Charitamrita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Charitamrita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. I have thus explained the truth of the first personality of Godhead, Mahavishnu. I shall now explain the glories of the second personality of Godhead. After creating the total number of universes, which are unlimited, Mahavishnu expanded himself into unlimited forms and entered into each of them. When Mahavishnu entered each of the limitless universes, he saw that there was darkness all around and that there was no place to stay. He therefore began to consider the situation. With the perspiration produced from his own body, the Lord filled half the universe with water. He then lay down on that water on the bed of Lord Shesha. A lotus flower then sprouted from the lotus navel of the Garbhodakshani Vishnu. That lotus flower became Lord Brahma's birthplace. In the stem of that lotus flower, the 14 worlds were generated. Then he became Lord Brahma and manifested the entire universe. In this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his form of Vishnu, maintains the entire material world. Since he is always beyond the material qualities, the material nature cannot touch him. Purport. The influence of the material energy cannot touch Lord Vishnu, as she touches Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Therefore, it is said that Lord Vishnu is the transcendental to the material qualities. The incarnations of the material qualities, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, are under the jurisdiction of the external energy. Lord Vishnu, however, is different. In the mantras of the Rig Vedas, it is said, Antad Vishnu Paramam Padam. The words Paramam Padam indicate that he is transcendental to the material qualities. Because Lord Vishnu is not within the jurisdiction of the material qualities, he is always superior to the living entities who are controlled by the material energy. This is one of the differences between the Supreme Lord and the living entities. Of differences between the Supreme Lord and the living entity. Lord Brahma is a very powerful living entity, and Lord Shiva is even more powerful. Therefore, Lord Shiva is not accepted as a living entity, but at the same time, he is not considered to be on the level of Lord Vishnu. The Supreme Lord, in his form of Rudra, Lord Shiva, brings about the dissolution of this material creation. In other words, only by his will are there creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the whole cosmic manifestation. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are his three incarnations of the material qualities. Creation, maintenance, and destruction, respectively, are under the charge of these three personalities. Garbhodakshani Vishnu, known within the universe as Hiranyagarbha, and Antaryami, or Supersoul, is glorified in the Vedic hymns, beginning with the hymn that starts with the word Sahasra Shirsha. The second personality of Godhead, known as Garbhodakshani Vishnu, is the master of each and every universe and the shelter of the external energy. Nonetheless, he remains beyond the touch of the external energy. The third expansion of Vishnu is Kshirodakshani Vishnu, who is the incarnation of the quality of goodness. He is to be counted within both types of incarnations, Purusha avatars and Guna avatars. Kshirodakshani Vishnu is the universal form of the Lord and is the super soul within every living entity. He is known as Kshirodakshani because he is the Lord who lies on the ocean of milk. He's the maintainer and master of the universe. O Sanatan, I have definitively described the three Purusha avatars of Vishnu. Now please hear from me about the pastime incarnations. No one can count the innumerable pastime incarnations of Lord Krishna, but I shall describe the principal ones. Some of the pastime incarnations are the fish incarnation, the tortoise incarnation, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Nrsimha, Lord Vamana, and Lord Varaha. There is no end to them. O Lord of the universe, best of the Yadu dynasty, we are offering our prayers unto you, mainly to diminish the heavy burden of the universe. Indeed, you diminished this burden formerly by incarnating in the form of a fish, a horse, Hayagriva, a tortoise, a lion, Lord Nrsimha, a boar, Lord Varaha, and a swan. Who's the swan? Amsa. Amsa, oh yes. You also incarnated as Lord Ramachandra, Parashuram, and Vamana, the dwarf. You have always protected us demigods and the universe in this way. Now please continue. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto. I have given a few examples of pastime incarnations. Now I will describe the guna avatars, the incarnations of the material qualities. Please listen. There are three functions within this material world. Everything here is created, everything is maintained for some time, and everything is finally dissolved. The Lord therefore incarnates himself as the controllers of the three qualities, sattva gun, rajagun, and tamagun, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Thus, the transactions of the material world take place. Because of his past pious activities mixed with devotional service, the first-class living entity is influenced by the mode of passion within his mind. Such a devotee is empowered by Garbhodakshani Vishnu. In this way, an incarnation of Krishna in the form of Brahma engineers the total creation of the universe. Purport. The Garbhodakshani Vishnu Purusha Avatar expansion of Lord Vishnu accepts the material modes, Sattva-gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun, and thus incarnates as Lord Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva. These are incarnations of the material qualities. Among the many superior living entities qualified with pious activities and devotional service, one, called Lord Brahma, is infused with the quality of passion by the supreme will of Garbhodakshani Vishnu. Thus, Lord Brahma becomes the incarnation of the creative energy of the Lord. The sun manifests as brilliance in a gem, although it is stone. Similarly, the original personality of Godhead, Govinda, manifests his special power in a pious living entity. Thus, the living entity becomes Brahma and manages the affairs of the universe. Let me worship Govinda, the original personality of Godhead. This is a quotation from Brahma Samhita. If in a kalpa a suitable living entity is not available to take charge of Brahma's post, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself personally expands and becomes Lord Brahma. Purport. One day of Brahma consists of the 4 yugas multiplied by 1,000 times, or according to solar calculations, 4,320,000,000 years. And such also is the duration of his night. 1 year of Brahma's life consists of 360 such days and nights, and Brahma lives for 100 such years. Such is the life of a Brahma. What is the value of a throne to Lord Krishna? The masters of the various planetary systems accept the dust of his lotus feet on their crowned heads. That dust makes the holy places sacred. And even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi, and I myself, who are all portions of his plenary portion, eternally carry that dust on our heads. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto. When the Kauravas flattered Baladev so that he will become their ally and speak ill of Sri Krishna, Lord Baladev became angry and spoke this verse. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, expands a portion of his plenary portion and accepting the association of the material mode of ignorance, assumes the form of Rudra to dissolve the cosmic manifestation. Purport. This is a description of the Rudra form, which is another expansion of Krishna. Only Vishnu Murtis are expansions of Krishna's personal and plenary portions. Mahavishnu, who lies on the causal ocean, is an expansion of Sankarshan. When Garbhodakshai Vishnu accepts the material modes of nature for the purpose of dissolving the cosmic manifestation, his form is called Rudra. As already explained, Lord Vishnu is the controller of Maya. How then can he associate with Maya? The conclusion is that the incarnation of Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma indicates the absence of the supreme power of Vishnu. When the supreme power is not there, it is possible to associate with Maya, the external energy. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are to be considered creations of Maya. Rudra, Lord Shiva, has various forms, which are transformations brought about by association with Maya. Although Rudra is not on the level with the Jiva Tattvas, he still cannot be considered a personal expansion of Lord Krishna. Rudra is the simultaneously one with and different from the Vishnu Tattva. Due to his association with Maya, he is different from the Vishnu Tattva, but at the same time, he is an expansion of Krishna's personal form. This situation is called Veda Veda Tattva, or Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, simultaneously one and different. Milk is transformed into yogurt when it associates with a yogurt culture. Thus, yogurt is nothing but milk, but still, it is not milk. Purport. Of the three deities supervising the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the universe, Lord Vishnu is never separate from the original Vishnu. However, Lord Shiva and Brahma, due to their association with Maya, are different from Vishnu. Vishnu cannot be transformed into any form of material energy. Whenever there is association with Maya, the personality involved must be different from Lord Vishnu. Therefore, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma are called Guna avatars, for they associate with the material qualities. The conclusion is that Rudra is not exactly Lord Vishnu, but rather a transformation of Vishnu. Therefore, he does not come within the category of the Vishnu Tattvas. Thus, he is inconceivably one with Vishnu and different from him. The example given in this verse is very clear. Milk is compared to Vishnu. As soon as milk touches a sour substance, it becomes yogurt or Lord Shiva. Although yogurt is constitutionally milk, it cannot be used in place of milk. Milk changes into yogurt when mixed with the yogurt culture, but actually it is constitutionally nothing but milk. Similarly, Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, assumes the form of Lord Shiva or Shambhu for the special purpose of material transactions. I offer my obeisances at his lotus feet. This is a quotation from Brahma Samhita. Lord Shiva is an associate of the external energy. Therefore, he is absorbed in the material quality of darkness. Lord Vishnu is transcendental to Maya and the qualities of Maya. Therefore, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. Vishnu is beyond the range of the material manifestation, and he is not within the control of the material energy. He is the Supreme Independent Personality of Godhead. This is admitted even by Shankaracharya. Narayana Parashyatat Gita. In his constitutional form, Shiva is a Mahabhagavat, a supreme devotee of the Lord. But because he accepts Maya's association, especially the quality of ignorance, he is not free from Maya's influence. Such an intimate association is completely absent in the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. Lord Shiva accepts Maya, but in the presence of Lord Vishnu, Maya does not exist. Consequently, Lord Shiva has to be considered a product of Maya. When Lord Shiva is free from Maya's influence, he is in the position of Mahabhagavat, a supreme devotee of Lord Vishnu. Vaishnavam Yata Sambhu. The truth about Lord Shiva is that he is always covered with three material coverings: Vaikarika, Taijasa, and Tamas. Because of these three modes of material nature, he always associates with the external energy and egotism itself. Purport. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is situated beyond the range of material nature. Therefore, he is the supreme transcendental person. He can see everything inside and outside. Therefore, he is the supreme overseer of all living entities. If someone takes shelter at his lotus feet and worships him, he also attains a transcendental position. This is also a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto. For the maintenance of the universe, Lord Krishna descends as his personal plenary expansion in the form of Vishnu. He is the director of the mode of goodness. Therefore, he is transcendental to the material energy. Lord Vishnu is in the category of Swamsa because he has opulences almost equal to Krishna's. Krishna is the original person, and Lord Vishnu is his personal expansion. This is the Vedic verdict of all Vedic literature. Purport. Although an incarnation of the material energy, Lord Brahma is nonetheless the director of the material mode of passion. Similarly, Lord Shiva, although simultaneously one with and different from Lord Krishna, is still the incarnation of the mode of darkness. However, Lord Vishnu is Krishna's personal expansion. Therefore, he is the director of the mode of goodness and is always transcendently situated beyond the jurisdiction of the modes of material nature. Lord Vishnu is the original personality expansion of Krishna, and Krishna is the original source of all incarnations. As far as power is concerned, Lord Vishnu is as powerful as Lord Krishna because he possesses all the opulences. When the flame of one candle is expanded to another candle and placed in a different position, it burns separately, and its illumination is as powerful as the original candles. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, expands himself in different forms as Vishnu, who is equally luminous, powerful, and opulent. Let me worship that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda. This is another quotation from Brahma Samhita. The conclusion is that Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are simply devotee incarnations who carry out orders. However, Lord Vishnu, the maintainer, is the personal feature of Lord Krishna. Lord Brahma said, I am engaged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to create. Following his orders, Lord Shiva dissolves everything. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his form of Kshirodakshai Vishnu, maintains all the affairs of material nature. Thus, the supreme controller of the three modes of material nature is Lord Vishnu. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto. Lord Brahma gave this information to Devarshi Narad when he was receiving instructions from Lord Brahma to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Paramatma. After describing the universal form of the Lord, Lord Brahma explained that his position and Lord Shiva's position are controlled by Lord Vishnu. O Sanatan, now just hear about the incarnations who appear during the reign of each Manu, Manvantar avatars. They are unlimited and no one can count them. Just hear of their source. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 changes of the Manus. And during the reign of each of these 14 Manus, an incarnation is manifested by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. From this verse, it can be calculated that in 1 month or 30 days of Brahma's life, there are 420 Manvantar avatars. And that in 1 year, 360 days of his life, there are 5,040 Manvantara incarnations. Thus, for the 100 years of Brahma's life, there is a total of 504,000 Manvantara avatars. In addition, the Manas themselves are considered partial incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are 14 Manvantara avatars in one day of Brahma, 420 in 1 month, and 5,040 in 1 year. During the 100 years of Brahma's life, there are 504,000 Manvantara avatars. The number of Manvantara avatars for only one universe has been given. One can only imagine how many Manvantara avatars exist in the innumerable universes. And all these universes and Brahmas exist only during one exhalation of Mahavishnu. There is no limit to the exhalations of Mahavishnu. Just see how impossible it is to speak or write of only the Manvantara avatars. In the Swayambhuva Manvantara, the avatar is named Yagya. In the Swarlokisha Manvantara, he is named Vibhu. In the Uttama Manvantara, he is named Satyasena. And in Tamas Manvantara, he is named Kali. So we continue tomorrow night from text 326. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Sri Prabhupada ki. There's millions and millions of universes. It's inconceivable. You can't even get your head around it. It's just
504,000 Manvantara.
The water's working again.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you very much.
What was it?
Tom realized that when the thing was turned down, there's a reset button on it. And it has to be pressed.
That's what Shane said, isn't it?
Maybe.
Sorry.
You know, there's something about the reading there that was.